Now, these lives, every Wednesday at 8 o'clock, I'm going to do a live. It might not just be me, but doing the lives, but every Wednesday as a way to update everybody or keep everybody abreast of what's going on. Hopefully, maybe even to motivate people a little bit more, just to let you know how organizing is going in Orangeburg County, how organizing is going in Colleton or Dorchester or Berkeley or Charleston County or Hampton County or Beaufort, what's going on in Hilton Head area. We will have all of that available for those who tune in. And I'm going to try to make it more interactive by not just using Facebook Live, but two things. StreamYard that would allow more versatility in the presentation, but also probably going through Zoom, okay, where everybody can log on and be a part of the conversation and everything. And by the way, I've also reached out to a few potential guests that I'm going to call encouragers, okay? People who you all know through the party in one capacity or another. Some political figures, some not political figures, some who you know from as CNN representatives or who have run for previous offices, to see if I can get them on to just give 5 minutes or so of encouragement to all who come and sit in on the Lowcountry for Kamala Facebook Live on Wednesday. Okay. Yeah. More about who the people will be that'll be coming on, the names, after I get confirmation back from them and the night that they're going to be on, then I'll put out a list, a public list. Okay. So you'll know who the special guest encourager is going to be. I don't want to say guest star or anything like that. No, because we need to get away from that star-struck concept. Encouragers, and we want people to encourage one another, to be encouraged. You know, if I was close enough to our future president, I would ask her to come and say a couple of words. But I believe that all things are possible. Maybe one day, maybe she will. I don't know. But we'll see. So, as I come to a close, I want to say something. I posted a homemade meme up about this, okay? And it's about how we as older people use social media. And I know that there's probably not a whole bunch of younger people right now in Lowcountry for Kamala. I hope that they will come on board. But, you know, many times that we as older folks, the only thing that we do when we see posts that really mean something to us, okay, we hit the like button and then we go on to our next thing. That's not how we really make an impact with what we're doing. Okay, we can make an impact. You ever wonder how with these kids, right, with our younger generation, how they might have something. I don't know if you read news or watch news or whatever, but they might have an event going on that nobody, even the police, don't know about, but all of them know about it, and hundreds of them show up at those events. You know how they do it? They do it through social media. They do it because instead of just hitting the like button and say, oh, that's pretty cool, I like that. No, they will hit the like button and then share it to all of their friends so that all of their friends know what's going on. And us older folks on social media, we kind of stuck in this rut. We think we've done our whole obligation. That's it. I hit the like button. Okay, take care. When the reality is we could be touching thousands of people if each one of us would just start sharing posts, just like the younger ones do. They be having some parties. It's incredible. They have meetups at the mall where the police have to come and get them because there be too many of them. And they do it all through social media by not only liking a post, but sharing that post in their circles and inviting those that they share it to share it also. You know that the advertisement game is a multi-billion-dollar industry. Multi-billion-dollar and maybe even trillion-dollar industry. And it ain't cheap. But with social media and the posts we make on social media, we can impact and get our message across to thousands and thousands of people without spending a dime. All we have to do is what? Instead of like and share to all of our people. Let's start. I just want to start. I want you to think about that. Think about how we can really begin to really impact and change the dynamic, the shift, okay? And getting people to understand that one, a second Trump administration is not an option. That is a clear and present danger for most of America. And two, that Kamala Harris must win this election on November the 5th. There are no options. And subsequently, if she wins, we should be able to pull up and down the ballot other Democrats into the winning circles also. Remembering, and this is something that is really key, that our nonpartisan elections, like our school board, those come after, in a section after those in the partisan race. Our Democratic versus Republican races go first, but then afterward, there still comes our nonpartisan races, our school boards and others. So if you pull a straight Democratic ticket, you cannot forget to go and vote for our school board candidates that actually are going to represent our values. Moms for Liberty has taken over school boards across this state. And because of that, we see book banning. We see superintendents being terminated and replaced with their people. Their legal counsels in the school districts replaced with their people. Everything in order to move their agenda, which their agenda is the Heritage Foundation agenda, which is the Project 2025 agenda, which is the Agenda 47 agenda and the MAGA agenda. That's all that they do. And if we forget to go down and vote for our candidates that's going to represent our democratic values, we're setting ourselves up by allowing our children to be in a school system that's run by racists. And if you're not familiar with what they've been doing inside of those board meetings, you should familiarize yourself. They should be embarrassed to be behaving the way that they do. Yeah, in closing, let me just say that whether you all know it or realize it, Trump and the Republican Party, they're running scared right now. They're scared. They never expected Kamala Harris to come up to be the candidate for president. And two, they didn't expect the impact that she was going to make as that candidate with Joe Biden's support. Nope, done messed them up. The timing was impeccable. I don't know whether it was intentional, but it was perfect. Waiting till after they had made the Republican convention declarations, the VP was picked. And they can't walk that back. And then all of a sudden, here comes that daybreak. Here comes that dawn. Here comes that brightness that came before, at the end of the darkness. And she has done, in 10 days, she's turned a nation around. A nation of true believers. And when I say believers, I mean those who believe in the democratic process. Those who believe that nobody here in our nation should be denied health care. That everybody all of our children deserve a quality public education. And that nobody should be working for slave wages. And that every job has the right to collective bargain, to form unions. There's so many areas right now that I can cover as far as democratic values. I'm just not going to get into them. But you know what I'm talking about. Us versus them. If you look at how they talk, listen to Trump sometime. There's no substance. He doesn't talk about anything that he can do because he can't do. He had 4 years to do, and all he allowed was millions of people to die from COVID. All he did was walk back whatever the black president had put in place. because that's what bigots do. All he did was defame the office of the presidency in the United States, and took us from the world power status that we've been to that vision of us being tainted in the eyes of the international community, because he likes to be friends with dictators, as he fashions himself to be a dictator. An embarrassment that orchestrated an attack on the nation's capital to prevent an election from what he alleged was being stolen, but he did it in order to steal it. And he's already talking about right now how they're going to try to steal this election. So it's time for us to get up and get down, as they say, and do everything we can to make sure that Kamala Harris emerges soundly, irrefutably, undisputedly as the winner of the election on November the 5th. That November the 6th, that we all get up that morning breathing a true sigh of relief. Right now, as we can breathe right now, but a true sigh of relief, knowing that she literally beat the mess out of Donald J. Trump in the election at the ballot box. Okay, I don't do physical. That ain't what I do. Man of peace. Let's do it. Let's get it. So y'all, please invite some more people to come and join the the Lowcountry for Kamala Facebook page. And just be advised that more updates and things will be happening on that page, so that everyone can stay abreast of what's going on, and let us know just what you can do to help Kamala Harris win this election, as well as all of our other Democratic candidates up and down the ballot. This is the pastor. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Thank you all for entertaining me for this time. And stand by. Next week, 8 o'clock p.m. on Wednesday, I'll be back. Y'all take care. Love y'all.